What's up, guys? Your boy's back at it. Fresh off the plane, really super tired. Traveling from east to west is no joke, but I gotta stay dedicated to the process. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Today, I'm gonna talk with you guys about the 3 methods of payment for your real estate transactions. So most commonly, the way you get paid, for a real estate transaction is with a check. So that check typically comes from the title company. So your title company will issue you a check, and you can get that check either from being in person, signing off on the HUD, signing off on all of the documents. And if you don't know what the HUD is, title company, all that, stay tuned. I got a lot of information coming to you guys over the next couple of days. So with the check being the first most common one, that typically comes when you are in person. However, you can have that actually mailed to you, right? So you can get that check overnighted to you from the title company, or some title companies don't do overnight, but they'll take an extra couple of days. But that leads me into my second point. So if you've already signed off on the HUD, and if you're conducting a lot of your business virtual, like myself with virtual real estate investing, you don't know what that is, of course, click the link up there, baby. So if you don't know what that is, tap into the virtual wholesale movement, virtual real estate investing movement. I explained to you guys up there on how to get started. But when you are doing that, the most common way to get paid is through a wire. So you'll get a wire from your title company. They'll go ahead and send it over to you. All you have to do is issue them your account information, being your routing number, account number. If you have a LLC that's on file, then you'll give them the LLC number. Or if you have, a address, there it is. If you got an address, you may need that as well. So you might need to give them your address as well. That's linked to your account. So that's a wire, and that's because, if you're signing and selling documents, typically you'll have to, have the actual deed if you're, doing a double close. And we're going to get into all this, but a double close, you'll be able to, have a deed that you have to sign off on. So they'll send you over the deed, and then you'll send them over your wire information, because a lot of stuff is not handled through email these days. So you'll have to actually get that all notarized and then send it over to UPS. But the good thing is it's all tax deductible. Guys, I got a lot of information coming to you, but this is the tip of the iceberg. That leads me into the next point. So once you got the wire, the check, now the third way is something, that's really common sense. It's Cash App or Venmo, PayPal, whatever you need. But that being said, guys, through those, accounts, it helps you keep track of the payment. So, you can hit up your man, Uncle Sam, and make sure you're still paying on it. But you want to make sure that if you're paying, if you're getting paid through Cash App and things like that, that is off of the HUD statement. So the most common way you'll be getting paid on like Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, that'll be through if you had a subject to deal, a land contract deal, something like that. Those are typically off of the HUD statements. So let's just explain on how, what an example of that'll be like. So let's say you had a land contract deals, basic terms. Let's just say the land contract, there was a $100 mortgage payment. There was the tenant in place. The tenant paid $400. You cash flowing about, $250 once you take out your monthly expenses. And then, the final purchase price is, let's just say, $40,000, right? So the final purchase price is $40,000 over a 5-year period. So with that being the terms that you have with A, the A person being the initial seller, you're the B, then you have to go ahead and sign it to your C. So what that will look like, assigning it to your C, is a couple different ways. You can do it, a triple net. So you can also, get money monthly. You can get money up front, and then you can get money on the back end. But let's just stay simple. So to stay simple, let's just say you got an assignment, right? So you're not actually assigning it through a HUD statement, but you're assigning the land contract terms as they sit. Now, the way that you would tell your end buyer, what you're getting without telling them how much you're making on it right away, you'll just say, instead of purchasing at $40,000, you'll just say, there's a down payment of $5,000. Now let's say that end buyer, they don't know if that down payment goes to the actual seller themselves, the A part of the transaction. That down payment can go to the actual A part. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, they don't know if you have to pay the seller $2,000 and you're only getting $3,000. They don't know that. All they know is that the down payment needed is $5,000. So that being said, how this would all happen is that you would assign the terms using the assignment contract for you guys. Click that link up there somewhere. The assignment contract, you can still assign the terms, but you'll just change it. Instead of purchase agreement, you'll say this land contract is referred to as the contract. So you'll sign the land contract terms as they sit, being $100 a month, $400 from the tenant monthly, and then you have like $50 monthly expenses for whatever reason, and then the final purchase price being $40,000, after a 5-year period. But there's a $5,000 down payment, so your end buyer, of course, they'll be paying $45,000 for the property. However, they don't know how much is going to you and how much is going to the seller. So what happens is, once you assign these terms, you'll put in your assignment contract that the total purchase price is $45,000 over like a 5-year period, but the total purchase price is $45,000, $40,000, with the $5,000 being the down payment, right? So $40,000 is the total purchase price, but a $5,000 down payment. So $40,000 total purchase price, $5,000 down payment. I'm saying that so you guys understand, because I know I messed up before. So with that being your purchase price and your terms and your assignment contract, once you assign it and you sign it off, you'll say this shall close right after title work is clear, because you want to make sure that your end buyer is getting a clean title, right? So no liens, taxes, or mortgages on the title. You want to make sure all that is settled, but you're not going to put your, LLC and all that on the actual HUD statement, because there's no deed or anything being transferred. You're just making sure that the title is clean. So since that's the case, at the end of that, once everything's settled, once title work is clear, your end buyer can hit you with a $5,000, Cash App or Venmo, whatever it is. And then, if you got the terms worked out, or let's say you pay the seller $1,000, oftentimes you don't have to pay the seller anything, because you're solving problems out here. You're a solution provider, so they're just excited that you got this off of their hands. But let's just say you had to pay them $1,000. So if you had to pay $1,000, then you would get $4,000 in your pocket. That's the 3 methods of payment for real estate investing transactions. Check, most common one. Wire transfer, if you're out of town doing virtual business, you most likely will get a wire. Or Cash App. Cash App usually comes with subject to or land contract, seller financing deals, or however else you set up your stuff. You do your business how you do it. But those are the 3 most common methods. And the best thing about all of those methods is that you ultimately choose which one works best for you. If you want to wait for the check, if you want to keep it for a souvenir, tell the title company, send me over a check. If you want that money right away, same day, you go ahead and, as long as everything is submitted, usually the wire can come in, I believe before 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. It's one of those, 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. So that wire can come in and you'll be good to go. Wire, let's say it closes at 10 a.m. You'll get that wire that same day and not have to wait the extra day, even if there's a next day error being a check from the title company. Guys, that's it. Check, wire, Cash App, Venmo, all that is how you get paid from your real estate investing transactions. As always, get the stepping, get these payments, get this money, cold call to success, all that.